Make sure you guys do not miss this. Don't ignore this, guys, especially if you're collecting Social Security benefits, whether it's SSI, SSDI, any of those fixed income benefits, they're definitely going to be contacting you very soon. So make sure you do not lose that Social Security letter in the mail, especially if you're one of those Social Security recipients, SSI, SSDI, that's expecting 2 checks in December. Plus, we're taking a look at the bills that affect you guys. Now, one's a proposal to send seniors an extra $2,400 a year. That's right, guys, an extra $2,400 a year. Now, the other one's already passed, and it's supposed to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. Who's down for retiring early? You know, an extra $200 a month would really help out our Social Security fam. I hear from a lot of them on SSA and living below the poverty line. They say that it's been very depressing to live like this. Do you guys agree? Drop me a quick comment down below. Also, if you own a home, make sure to get your free home warranty quote. The link is in the description down below. It only takes like 20 seconds and it's free. What do you have to lose? Get your free home warranty quote. The link is down below. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with the Social Security COLA letter that you should be expecting to hit your mailbox. Now, it talks about the Social Security increase in 2023.
All right, well, Social Security's cost of living adjustment for 2023 will increase 8.7%. That's the largest gain since 1981. Yahoo Finance's Kerry Hannon joins us with the details. Kerry, what do we need to know?
Well, I'm telling you, this is a big bump up. It's really going to allow Social Security recipients to tread water a bit better, right? I mean, we've seen this big bump up in inflation this year. This will make a big difference in their checks starting in January. Again, this will be, you know, for the average check, maybe $140 in each monthly check will be a bump up for an average one. And so it's really important to focus on this as something that a lot of people think of retirees living on a fixed income. Well, guess what? Social Security is not fixed. It is adjusted for inflation. So even though it's a little backwards looking, moving forward into 2023, where there will be seeing some breathing room. Let's say they're going to get some breathing room. And Rochelle, you partner this with the Medicare, the dip in the premiums for the Plan B premiums coming up in 2023. And that's a nice little boost for retirees looking at what has been a tough year this year in paying for groceries and rent and gasoline and all those other things. So this is welcome news.
Watch out for that letter, guys. The Social Security Administration is sending out letters throughout the month that concern beneficiaries' cost of living adjustments coming in January and how that COLA adjustment is going to impact your benefit amount. So do not throw out that letter by accident and do not lose it. You may need it for a lot of things, like proof of a benefit amount when applying for loans or energy assistance. So make sure you keep that letter in a safe place. Now, if your COLA payment is more or less than you expected, you could make an appeal to the Social Security Administration, and your COLA letter or your COLA-E letter will act as kind of a sort of proof of payment. Now, I looked it up, and the Social Security Administration said that they're sending out letters in the mail throughout the month of December. And so this means your notice could already be on the way or may have already arrived. So make sure you guys check your mail because you might have accidentally thrown it out. I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't. Now, if you have not yet received it, don't contact the Social Security office. The SSA recommends that you wait until at least January before contacting it about the notice. Now, for those of you who know your way around the internet, and if you already had an online Social Security account by November 15, you should be able to access your statement in the Messages Center. Otherwise, you just need to wait on it to arrive in the mail. Now, I have a couple of neighbors who already received their letter. It said that their benefits are going to go up to $914. But really, come on, this is not above the poverty line. You know what I'm saying, guys? Month after month, the Social Security Administration sends checks to retired workers, eligible Social Security income, SSI recipients, and others like, recipients of survivor benefits. During 2022, average pay for retired workers was around $1,657 a month, while married couples received $2,753 a month. Now, on the other hand, the average SSI benefit, it was only $624 a month, and the maximum check was $841. The system is designed to keep people broke. For December, SSI recipients will receive 2 checks. So for people receiving the maximum benefit, the SSA will send about $1,682. But I want to explain why. So you have supplemental security income, also known as SSI recipients. The first payment is mailed on December 1st, and the second payment, which is for January 2023, will be mailed on December the 30th. Okay, so the rest of the Social Security payments are scheduled as follows. Okay, so December 1st, recipients of Supplemental Security Income SSI. December 2nd, Social Security benefits for those who began receiving them before May of 1997. December 14th, beneficiaries with a birth date between the 1st and the 10th. December 21st, beneficiaries with a birth date between the 11th and the 20th. December 28th, beneficiaries with a birth date between the 21st and the 31st. And the 30th, recipients of Supplemental Security Income SSI. All right, so I hope you guys got those dates written down. Now cross your fingers, guys, because some of our Congress lawmakers, they're pushing for an extra $2,400 for seniors next year. The Social Security Expansion Act was introduced on June 9th by House Representative Peter DeFazio, as well as Senator Bernie Sanders. Now, under the terms of this bill, anyone who is a current Social Security recipient or who will turn 62 years old in 2023 would receive an extra $200 in each monthly check, just in time. The Social Security Administration announced that Americans will stop receiving their full Social Security benefits in about 13 years if Congress doesn't do something to shore up the program, and they need to do it fast. Not to mention, inflation and food prices, they're hitting seniors real bad. This year's Social Security cost of living adjustment, the COLA of 5.9%, is based on inflation figures from 2021. But since then, inflation has pushed well beyond 8%. So what this means is that Social Security recipients today are actually losing money. Now, the new bill wants to, by sending out a little bit more cash flow to you guys and boosting each recipient's monthly check. Now, the average Social Security check is about $1,658, meaning a $200 increase would represent a 12% increase. Other changes that they're proposing in this bill base the annual COLA on the Consumer Price Index of the elderly, also known as the CPIE, instead of the consumer price for urban wage earners and clerical workers. So this means more priority given to costs like food, medicine, things that seniors actually use more of. Another change will be adding more funding by applying the Social Security payroll tax on all income above $250,000 a year. So currently, earnings above $147,000, they're not subject to Social Security tax. Yeah, go figure. I don't know why they cut it off, but they did. Anyway, so even if the bill in its current form does not pass Congress, experts predict that some form or some kind of change to Social Security to make sure that everyone gets their money without problems needs to be done. So what do you guys think? Some of the seniors that I've been talking about, they don't believe that they're going to be giving us that $200 raise. They've completely lost faith in our lawmakers. Otherwise, they would have done so already, right? I mean, it's a shame how they treat the seniors who have been paying taxes for decades, the longest. And now that some of them are retired, they can't even get any help. I mean, am I right, guys? Hit the like button if you agree. That one may still just be a proposal, but check this other one out. So the federal spending bill. Yeah, so this one just passed, and it includes new provisions that would alter how millions of Americans save for retirement, including older people who want to stash away extra money before they stop working and those struggling with student loan debt. Many of the policy changes in the bill will extend help to Americans who can already afford to save or have access to workplace plans. But lower class, lower income, and middle income workers will receive a new benefit that amounts to a matching contribution of up to $1,000 per person from the federal government. Now, another provision which makes it easier for part-time workers to enroll in workplace retirement plans. Let's talk about that one. Anyway, so the changes that were included in a bipartisan bill known as the Secure 2.0, which was folded into the vast federal spending package that will keep the government running. Not quite the transformative policy that we were hoping for, but policy experts say that these are helpful incremental changes. They even added something in there for those who are struggling with student loan debt. Workers making student loan payments will qualify for employer matching contributions, even if they weren't making qualifying retirement plan contributions of their own. They make a good point here. Check this one out. It is shameful that we have to give so much to high earners to get a few crumbs for lower earners, end quote. Yeah, all of these tax breaks and incentives for the high rollers, the ballers, the entrepreneurs, and investors, but whenever we ask for something, it's always inflation and the recession that they throw back at us. I mean, what's up with that? Here's a quick look at some of the changes. Now, most of them wouldn't immediately take effect, but they would be enacted in the coming years. Automatic enrollment. So employers can already enroll their employees in workplace retirement retirement plans, 401ks, if they choose to, which supports both workers' participation and also the savings rate. But this bill would require employers, at least those starting new plans in 2025 and thereafter, to automatically enroll eligible employees in their 401k and 403b plans, setting aside at least 3%, but no more than 10% of their paychecks. Contributions would be increased by 1 percentage point each year thereafter, until they reached at least 10%, but not more than 15%. Existing plans won't need to follow the new rules. Small businesses with 10 or fewer employees, workers, new businesses operating for less than 3 years, and church and government plans are also exempt. Now you gotta wonder, why are they automatically enrolling people into these 401k and company-sponsored retirement plans? Are they planning to just completely eliminate Social Security? I don't know, guys. All right, so next up, let's talk about emergency savings. Employers will be permitted to automatically enroll workers into emergency savings accounts, which are linked to employees' retirement accounts. They can enroll workers so that they set aside up to 3% of their salary, up to $2,500, though employers can choose a smaller amount. Tax-wise, the emergency savings accounts will work very similarly to Roth accounts. Workers contribute to the account with money that has already been taxed, and the withdrawals would be tax-free. Employers can match emergency savings contributions as they do with retirement contributions, but those will be directed into the retirement side of the plan. Now, once the emergency account hits the ceiling, excess contributions are going to be returned to the worker's Roth retirement plan if the worker has one or stopped. 401k emergency withdrawals. Now, I know a lot of people have faced hardships in 2021, 2020, 2022, so employers could choose to provide workers with another emergency savings option. Employees, they can make one withdrawal up to $1,000 annually from their 401k and IRAs for certain emergency expenses, and they would not owe the extra 10% penalty, which is typically levied on people taking early retirement distributions, generally before age 59 and a half. So the rule will take effect in 2024. Workers could replenish their accounts within 3 years if they choose, but if they don't put the money back, then they're cut off from any more emergency withdrawals for 3 years. Make it count, guys. All right. Let's talk about the matching contributions for student debtors. All right, so starting in 2024, student loan payments would count as retirement contributions in 401k, 403b, and simple IRAs for the purpose of qualifying for a matching contribution in a workplace retirement plan. The same goes for governmental employers who make matching contributions in 457b and related plans. So there's a savers match. Let's talk about that for a second. So workers with low or middle incomes of up to $71,000 a year, they will receive a greater benefit in the form of matching contribution from the federal government when they save inside of an IRA and workplace retirement plan like a 401k. So in the current form, the so-called savers credit allows individuals to receive up to 50% of their retirement savings contribution, up to $2,000 in the form of a non-refundable tax credit. So what this means is that they can receive the money back up to $1,000 only if they owe at least that much in taxes. So if they don't owe any taxes, then they don't receive the benefit, basically. You got to pay in order to get something back. But starting in 2027, instead of the non-refundable tax credit, which is paid out as in cash as a part of the tax refund, taxpayers will receive what amounts to a federal matching contribution that must be deposited into their IRA or retirement plan. The catch? They can't withdraw the money without penalty. Part-time workers. All right, so starting in 2025, the new bill will make part-time workers eligible to participate in employers' 401k retirement plans sooner. Now, 2 years instead of 3. Catch-up contributions. So people who are aged 60 to 63, they would be permitted to set aside extra funds for retirement. Now, under the current law, people who are 50 years old or older are allowed to make catch-up contributions that exceed the retirement plan limits for everybody else. But in 2023, that generally means that they can set aside an extra $7,500 in most workplace retirement accounts. But starting in 2025, the new rule would increase these limits to $10,000 or 50% more than the regular catch-up amount that year, whichever is greater for the people in that age group. It definitely pays to take a look at these new rules, guys. It's all about building wealth, creating passive income, hopefully retiring early, and it's all a part of our financial freedom picture that we've been talking about making together. So whether it's retirement or diversifying your income income streams, we are all for it. But let me know if you guys have any questions. Hit me up in the comment section down below. You know, I'm always open for you guys. But for now, this was today's big money and investment daily news update report, the Social Security COLA letter that you should be expecting in the mail, the new proposal that could give seniors an extra $2,400 a year, and the changes that could make it easier to save for retirement. Just stick with me, guys. I promise I will keep watching this until we reach our own version of financial freedom together. But remember, I always appreciate you guys. Appreciate you tuning in, showing your love by hitting the like button for my videos. Always more exciting news in the next video, and I'll see you guys there.